Hi, this is Pixie's part 2 of the alphabet and the Annunkai. Um, so I've touched upon these things, these symbols here. I mean, quite possibly that's their seed here, and that seed could be one of dying, could represent a negative of a different thing, a bit like B's and D's, it's like their seeds pointing downwards. So I've touched upon the connection with this seed here, and this seed being their own species, and that it's from a star seed, so it's mineral in reference to that. And then they've experimented possibly with their own, and it's become a failure. The chalice turned upside down, or hasn't quite worked what they've been trying. So they've taken a fresh perspective and looking with the I and J. So that was like that's likely like they say themselves or something. Basically, very bipedal, and this thing's got a tail, so it's quite different. And also how humans develop in the womb, they tend to have a tail in there, and they also go sort of through several metamorphoses almost of potential creatures they could become. So it's quite interesting. I mean, this is a bit more complicated here. I mentioned about being a symbol of peace here, and possibly that would be the stick or something. I still need to do a bit more research onto what L and K are. I'll probably look at different languages and things like Latin roots, and I mean the ampersand, for instance, that looks like an A and a cross put together. So that could be the reference to the DNA that's been altered. Basically, the chromosomes are a bit different in the human. You've got the X chromosome, it's sort of like a fused chromosome. So we've got the DNA splicing, and so basically with the letters M and N, the division from M into N, as it's got a waveform divided in half. And then you got what would appear to be the egg of creation. It can also mean completion, because a full circle is something goes through a period of completion. Then you got this P. Now the P shape here could be another sort of seeding symbol, or it's actually the prime. So they've actually included their own DNA there to create something. And then you've got here like the Q. You've got the classic Q there, but you've also got the capital Q, which is like a line entering into the egg. Also with a Q, it tends to be quite jagged in its way it points into the egg. So you've got here the egg of creation, and then we go down further down to R being some symbolic like the V, and the V is they got the Aries symbol, or you got like the uterus there. And then you got the S. S has always had a sort of snake, serpent, that sort of connection. So basically the snake, it could be in essence the penis here, that delivers the seed in there, or it's actually relating to possibly you've got these two species that are sort of amalgamated. So as it goes down to the crossroads here, this could still be the uterus, but it's a crossroads leading into what would be basically, it's almost like a cauldron in that sense, more alchemy. So a crossroads where something could happen, and that would be like the womb symbology. And looking at the T as well, the T can go through a transition of looking like a sort of embryonic symbol. As you can see, it's got a tail in there. It could be an E or T there. And then we look at the V, and you look at the W, which is yet again sort of like a shortened waveform, different from the masculine one at the top. That's been halved, but when it's combined, it becomes different. So basically, they've added genes here. That's possibly what's been said. They reduced genes in some male species they originally created, because the M goes to the N, but the V goes to the W. The other thing as well, possibly, sometimes it's used like Virgo and Virgin and all this sort of stuff, but it may be that a woman is a virgin until she's had a child, not by actual sex. It's actually given birth. That makes a woo man. So it's something quite different. And then you've got this X. There's that also, when added to the circle, symbolic of the Earth, and that possibly with the cloning system, is that you need a planet, you need some frequency or energy from the planet, because it's kind of like the catalyst for the soul, I guess. So that's why you need to create a species that's adapted to this planet. Bringing one that's completely from a different alien planet may only just have, because it's like the consciousness is connected, you may only just have possibly the children won't survive, the soul won't seed in that, and you just have kind of stillborn children, or you would be basically sterile or something like that. So you've got the X, the Y, and the Z. So you've got there, and the Z is also this is like a thunder symbol for like Zeus, so it's like a god symbol. It could also be Zeta, so it tells you a bit more about the Annunkai's connection to the Zetas, and the Y being a sort of like feminized, feminine symbol. That's like Aries. That's throughout it. So yeah, it's just interesting sort of research with the alphabet, almost looking at the symbology, like how you'd read the tarot cards. But I definitely think there's more to it than just simply just that they've been lined up, these letters, because of the way the letters are shaped, and possibly tells a story of where someone set about to try to create a race, failed in essence at first, and then basically adapted and then added himself to it. So he's trying to perfect himself or themselves through another species. And there's a connection to seeding, not just being a star seed, but seeding throughout the Milky Way. So there's lots of sort of interesting stuff. Well, I find it quite interesting. Some people might think, well, it probably could be gibberish, but there's more to language than just simply saying words. It holds values, and the symbols have gone throughout the history. Before it even became a language, it was something else. So anyway, and this is Pigsy signing off from this video, and I hope you find this interesting.